Let's go, party. How you doing, King?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am also amazing. Oh, your voice sounds so awesome. So your character, I feel like, is a complex character. Something that you can dig into. Is not seen a whole lot of him, but when you see him, it's very powerful, especially when it comes to his music. One of the things that I noticed about is that him not really wanting to be by himself. I noticed that. So what do you? Can you kind of tell me what that's about as far as his character?
um, I think the point that we are is he's um he's really trying. Like, he's a
Mm-hmm.
person that would do just about anything for to make it for his family, for his child. And I think he knows himself. And so now he's really relying on that support system that Lou provides.
The music is going to change his life, obviously. Do you think that he's struggling with going back to where he came, the streets and everything else, opposed to leaving that behind and just being legit, and going to music?
I mean, I think he's giving the music his best shot and his full attention. But like anybody else, like he wants things to happen fast, and if he's not seeing
Mm.
results, sometimes he can it can start to become a little more difficult for him.
Oh, 100%. Where do you pull from for this character? I don't think you just pull from yourself.
I think I think growing up in Newburgh and Rilla is based on a character that's from upstate New York. I know a lot of Rillas, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
There's some myself, obviously, but a lot of people I grew up around were in similar situations.
Wow. Doing this project with stars, how has it changed you as far as, your own career? What do you want to do next, everything? Because it's, like I said, a complex character. You got to dig deep.
I mean, we're going to start. I think the biggest thing is I got kind of spoiled, right? Like so this is like really my one of my introductions to acting, and I just so happen to be with so many about to say stars, but for lack of better words, like so many people who are just pros in this, so many people that are just really
Mm.
gifted, really seasoned, really talented, and they've been able to help me along. And when I say that, I mean from not only the cast but the crew, like hair and makeup, lights, every producer I was able to work with, the writers, like I've been able to like just have a full hands-on immersed experience in the whole process. So they've been like they just gave me a great experience. So now I feel like I'm kind of spoiled. Now I want to do something that's equally as high. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, I like that. That's hot. So you now you got the bug, is what you're saying, pretty much. You want
Yeah, like
to.
I just been blessed to work with like a real talented group of people, especially starting off. So one is giving me a great outlook and a great head start, but two is like I want to just only go up from here.
Period. When you got on the set and you saw these veteran actors, was it overwhelming though?
No, I was kind of refreshed to see the ones that I was familiar with and know that they knew exactly what they were doing. I felt like that was great because I'm not a person that's afraid to ask for help or ask how I'm doing.
Period.
So I'm like, I'm asking them every take of every second, hey, how was that? Hey, you think I should do it like this or like this? Like, so I'm bouncing off ideas with them throughout the entirety. So I was excited for that.
Who gave you the best advice?
Um, I think me and Malcolm Mays, we were the closest because Lou is Lou.
Yeah.
Um, I think we worked the closest, so I think he was able to give me a bunch of the insight. Like it was to the point I was even like he lives not too far from me in Jersey, so I
Period.
would meet up with him at his spot, or we have lunch somewhere and go over, especially if we had a big scene coming up.
Wow, I like that. I like that. I just love to watch them though. Like real talk. I know there's some new things happening in the character, but like even when I see when you up there doing your music, I'm like, he's just like a beast. Like, so when it comes to doing like the actual music, do you switch or is it still? 'Cause I know people who are immersed in the character, you know what I'm saying? But when you start doing the music, is it a switch or is it just like how is that for you?
doing my music or
Well,
doing
just
really
just
music?
rapping music during, like, like when you're in the studio for the character. As he's recording his music, as he was here recently.
Oh, that's the fun part because it's like that's the fun part because the studio and the booth, like, that's home. So
Mm.
that part is just like it's like a little dessert on the side of all the acting, right there. Like, that's just back into my natural habitat.
Oh, I love how you say that. So does this kind of, well, as far as your music outside the show, is it a motivation, or is it like I got to get to it too, or is it just because how you doing more than one job, doing more than one thing, with your passion involved with it, it kind of amps it up. So is that doing that for you?
Is really it's really done two things. One is just upped my respect and my passion for this acting and all the actors that I know. And I'm seeing it for what it is because me watching it every week with you guys, I guess opposed to popular belief is I haven't seen these episodes, so I'm watching them as they come out, and I'm not only seeing myself on screen, but I'm seeing the my acting counterparts and just how good and talented they are. So it's giving me a real respect for in that aspect. And two is giving me like I ran into a guy this weekend and he said, "Hey, you're," and I'm expecting him to be like, "Yo, you're Party," you know what I mean? Or you
Right,
make
right,
music with such and such. And he
right.
says, "Hey, you act on that show. You're on Kanan." And I'm like now somebody knows me for something other than, just the music. So it just gave me a new perspective in that matter.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing, because you thought he was gonna come out with your music, but he was like, nah, I see you as
Yeah,
realer.
I know you from Stars. So it was like, wow, like the people, this is something like I'm adding on to who Partisan Fontaine is.
Yes, yes. Your resume is expanding, and it's a wonderful thing. I really look forward. I'm so happy that we had this conversation. Party, you're very intelligent and very astute. I think you know what you're doing, where you're going. I look forward to seeing the new music, but I also look forward to seeing what this bug that you've gotten recently is going to do for your career. So I appreciate you talking to me, King. I am Kamisha Reviews. I'm sorry I didn't say it at the beginning, at the Queen of Reality TV, and I appreciate your time, baby. I really do.
All right. Thank you. I love meeting you too.